Let's talk about JavaScript. In the early days of the internet, around 1995, websites were very simple. They were digital books. You could read them, but nothing happened when you clicked on things. People wanted websites to be interactive, buttons that actually did something, forms that checked your input, menus that opened and closed, games that ran in the browser. A programmer named Brendan Ike created the first version of JavaScript in just 10 days while working at Netscape website. His goal was to make web pages come alive without constantly talking to the server. It quickly became popular, and other browser companies such as Microsoft began creating their own JavaScript implementations. Without a common standard, Netscape could add one feature, Microsoft could add different feature, and the same JavaScript code might work in one browser but fail in another. To solve this problem, there was a need to create a mutual public specification that every browser vendor could follow. Netscape submitted JavaScript to ECMA International, and in 1997, ECMA published the first ECMAScript specification. The process of running JavaScript looked like this. You write JavaScript, the browser reads it, and the JavaScript engine translates it. The CPU executes the instructions. Suppose you visit a website. So what actually happens? The browser downloads three kinds of files: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML is the main page, like a structure, like the walls of the house. CSS is a decoration, and JavaScript makes everything alive. Without JavaScript, a web page can still exist, but it won't be very interactive. Let's try to run JavaScript code inside the browser without any extra tools. I just opened a blank page inside the browser. To open a DevTools, right-click by mouse, choose Inspect, Console, and in this space we can write some JavaScript code like console log hello world semicolon execute, and we can see the text which I entered inside here. Also, it can execute some mathematical expressions or functions like alert and some text inside it. In this case, if I execute, it shows alert in text which I entered. Let's make the trio of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I will create a file from scratch. New txt. The only thing is important is to make visible properties, and instead of text document, I will change extension to HTML. So when I save it, it becomes a HTML document. And if I click on it, it will be opened in the browser. Currently, there is no information inside it, so let's add it. This time I will open it with Visual Studio Code. To add basic Properties of HTML, I will use the pre-existing set of values, and here I will add information. To edit, I will use div tag, and inside it I will write my text. Let's save it, refresh the page, and now text is visible in the browser. Here we can see the changes. So this is basic HTML. Let's add a style. I will add style text, and inside it I will apply a style to my div tag. There are some pre-existing methods which are available, and I will set a color to aqua. Let's save the changes, refresh the page, and the style is changed. Now we can see the color. So the CSS style is applied. And finally, in the end of the document, let's create the logic with JavaScript tags. Inside it, I will write some just example of JS. I'm creating a variable div, and I have to find my tag now by selecting document and query selector. Writing my div tag. Then I will add some method as event listener, and it will work by click. Then the functions will be executed. The logic of this function will be changing the inner text. Just for fun, I will make a illegal kitten inside JS. I will refresh the page. You can see our script is inside the document, and I will click on the text and see the kitten. That's how JS worked this time, by clicking on the text. Thanks for watching.